7. Here's our choices. A, B, or C. A or B. Pick one, doesn't matter.
And 9 is C. 9 is right across from the Reddit.
They put an X there to try to throw us off. But X really is A or B. But 9 has to be C.
I already got the answer for the first one.
No, but they don't work.
A stays for now. B hops out. 7 hops in. Yes. Or take 7 and put it in the A spot and leave B. C hops out. 9 hops in. Bryn, 7 squared.
49.
Preston, 9 squared.
81.
Turns out we can't add like Pythagoras wanted us to. So if we can't add, Bryn, subtract on both sides. No more 49s over here. Godiva, is 32 a perfect square? Can you estimate it? Thank you. So now we know A is about 6.
They put a 2.
You would only put a 2 if you were going to put it in the spot of A. But by itself, it doesn't need a 2. Good question.
So for the next one, do we estimate for that? Because
I'm going to tell you right now. Sophie, what would you like to call 5? A, B, or C? Okay. Which makes X, Zach Hellstrom?
B.
And then that makes the square root of 146. C. So I'm still going to put it in, it is about 12, but I'm still going to put it in my formula for this reason that I'm about to tell you. Turns out, if you add a squared to a number that has a square root, they totally cancel each other out. So just the whole number is left. This is going to happen in a couple spots today. So if you add a square to a number that had a square root, they totally cancel each other out. It's like they weren't there at all.
So we just subtract 25.
So Pete's saying, so I subtract 146 and 25. Yes. So anytime you're supposed to add the square to a number that had a square root, it's like neither of them was there to begin with. Am I saying that okay?
Yep.
I think it's 121.
Yeah.
That's
I love the perfect ones. No estimating needed. Are we okay with that? The next 2 boxes are dedicated to any carpenters you know in your life. You know
Does
one?
Jesus count?
My dad.
Because in the Bible, he was a carpenter. That was his job.
That's true.
Does that count?
Sure. Tom. I was just gonna say Thomas's brother in my first hour is a carpenter, he said. So, can you see how this would be the peak of a roof on that picture? Most houses have some sort of peak to it.
Unless it's a Minecraft house.
True. Turns out they needed Pythagorean Theorem to make the peak happen, because guess what shape the peak is? So, if you put a triangle next to another triangle, all of a sudden you have a roof. Crazy.
Wow.
Who would like their roof to be tilted?
Me? Okay.
No one. Or have a space gap because they measured wrong? No one. So we're really counting on people like Thomas's brother and Bryn's dad's friend to know what they're doing. So they have these fancy words called span. All the way across your house is called a span. So what does that mean for this? Half the span. So if the span is 24, should we call that A, B, or C?
Or B.
A or B.
12 to the second power is 144, right?
And then a rise.
That would be
A rise. Rise.
height.
Height. Good word for it. What's missing?
C. What's 8.5? How would you do 8.5? Yeah, you just do it on the side.
Amazing idea. Just do it on the side, she said. $72.25. Anybody? Anybody?
72.25. Oh, yeah, I can.
Yeah? Yes.
Sure. So now we just add those. Wait, where did it?
12 squared, right?
Oh.
You can tell me not right. That's definitely not a perfect. Maddie?
About 15.
15?
Yeah.
The shingles guy is going to need to know that so that he can put the right amount of shingles on this half of your house and the same amount on this half of your house. If he doesn't know it's 15 feet, he doesn't know how many shingles to get. There's so many math jobs in building a house, it's crazy.
It's about 15.
The rafter, yep. So we need Bryn's dad to do the siding. We need Bryn's dad's friend to do the carpentry part. We need someone to do shingles. You know anybody who does that?
My dad.
He does shingles and siding?
He does both, like, the house.
Does he have a cement guy? Because I'm going to need a driveway. Does he have an electrician friend? Good, we need him. Does he have a plumber friend?
My dad has a
Good, we need him. Whew, this is going to be a lot of math to build this
We have a
house.
window neighbor.
You guys know a window person?
My dad,
Perfect.
My dad also does.
How about a garage door person?
My dad knows a lot of money.
You know somebody for
A
this?
real
My
estate agent
neighbor, you know
person.
Miss Harrison?
Yeah.
Her husband does like garages.
Oh, perfect. We can hire Mr. Harrison.
He does like garage flooring and like he like does the whole garage.
Oh, good, because I'm going to need a good garage for my
And we're
car.
gonna need someone to sell it, so a real estate agent.
No, I'm moving it.
You're moving into the house in the building?
My dad's an electrician.
No way, Pete. Yes, we can hire Mr. Lindbergh for our electrician.
My dad works at an engineering place. He could make some appliances or whatever.
Good, good, good. Who else are we gonna need? Oh, Bryn, how about the floor? Can you do like the tiling and stuff?
I do. I did my basement.
You do tiling?
Well,
You're hired.
My dad did the tile. I did the hardwood.
Yeah, those
Fitting
are
all the
pretty easy.
pieces in there? Yes.
You just fit them in like a puzzle piece, and
Yes.
they all just like fit, and it's so cool.
There's so much math happening in this house. I can't even believe it. The span is 22.
So 11.
Right, but that's all the way across your house. So we need 11 here.
The rise is 14.
This is rise, but it doesn't tell us rise.
So
that could be B or A.
That's going to be our A or B. Doesn't matter. C.
Only 14.
Oh, we also need a countertop person.
Oh, that was
Savannah, you're good? Yes.
Everyone in here's parents just does something that.
Can you believe how much math is happening?
My mom sells showers and bathrooms, so there's your shower and bathroom.
Good. I'm going to need a nice bathroom.
And she does things with those green electrical boxes. I don't know what that's.
My mom can bring us groceries over.
Ooh, my dad can do the screens for the windows. He
I'm
does
going to
those.
be hungry with all this math that I'm doing, so we'll need some groceries.
My dad,
My grandma can do this.
since my
My dad. My dad does too much.
Ooh, a paint. Well, Godiva was working on painting, so she can come
She's the
paint
painter.
my house.
if you need someone to paint
Yeah,
rooms,
but Dad is good at that stuff.
Maybe she can add some art to my walls.
I can put a trampoline up for some entertainment.
My dad, since our cat scratches holes in our like window screen, my dad can do the window screens. He always replaces them.
Oh, this is a not perfect, right?
No.
9, about? Feeling okay about those? The last 4 are a different type of problem. They're telling us that we have a triangle, but they're not showing it what it looks like. We're going to see if it's a right triangle by if it fits in his formula or not. We know for sure this one has to be C because it's the biggest. The shortest, A and B, was worried that was it.
I mean, if it matches up, I do the.
These two can be either, but I know 20 has to be C. So this is almost like a triangle test. Are you going to fit into Pythagorean Theorem? Are you going to fit?
No.
369, is that right? Yep. Oh, no, does not equal 400. So it still can be a triangle of some kind. It's just not going to be a right triangle. It can still be a triangle.
You just can't use the theorem.
You just can't use a theorem.
Isn't that still a right triangle? Because in the corner you can fit.
I tried to make it more obtuse.
Well, if you turn it.
Here's a really good question for you. How could you turn it into a right triangle?
Add the amount of 400 minus 369, so you can see how many more you need to
31.
Is 369 on our list?
No. It's 361.
Oh, so close. So we're gonna have to either add something to this side to make it equal 400 or subtract something on this side to equal 369. Aubrey. I just added these two together. That's okay. I just didn't do a side problem for it. Same thing on the next one. It is a triangle, but is it going to be a right triangle? Let's see. 26 has to be C. Whichever order you want A or B to be in.
What's 24 plus 24 plus 24?
Doesn't matter.
I mean, times 24. Thanks.
Oh, I'll help us out. I have that chart. I have that chart.
Yeah, 700.
I know for 24, 500.
576
76.
And 26 is.
and 676.
Oh, yes, it is. You can tell by doing mental math.
Ah,
Six.
it's not working my mind.
Wait.
100 plus 576 equals 676.
Yeah. Square.
Yay! Did you miss the smiley faces? Yay! It is going to make a nice right triangle. Yay! 2 left.
Are we just making our own triangles now?
What we're trying to see.
Would you just get rid of the thingy?
Wait, oh yeah, 'cause it's square.
If I add a square where there was already a square root,
It defeats
the
process.
that's a good way to put it, defeats the process. It's like neither of those was ever there.
It's cold in here.
I'm always cold in here lately.
It's perfect. It's literally.
Yay! Such a nice right triangle. Yay! Last one.
Imperfect. Wait. Dang it. Dang it.
I got 61.
61. Oh. Still a triangle, but not quite what we were looking for. My obtuse drawing is not as good as my right drawing. Is that obtuse?
I'll take newspaper calendar.
So, when the problems on page 573 ask to explain it, it's really just showing that both sides are either equal or not equal. See how easy that is to explain? So don't panic like you have to write a paragraph. Just put it in the formula and see if it works or not.
Are we doing pages